Absolute Bruce Wayne is completely broken. Issues 17 and 18 give us a look into his personal life and personal thoughts, and it isn't pretty. We have seen Bruce Wayne losing his grip throughout the series, and it seems to have come to a head in this story with Bruce's big decision. Welcome to the Absolute Bat. Today we're breaking down not only the stories in issue 17 and 18, but deep diving into Bruce Wayne's story. I'll be making a separate video that breaks down all of the Court of Owls stuff here, but on this we'll be focusing on Bruce and Batman. And I would say Bruce Wayne is going through what you would call ego destruction. It felt like as the series was going on, we started seeing less and less of Bruce, and then once Bane used his identity to hurt all of his friends, we really weren't seeing much of him unless he was checking on someone or something. Even when we saw him with Lucius Fox on the construction site, they were rebuilding the stadium Batman fought in. But the last couple of issues have revealed some of the things Bruce has been up to. All healthy things, as you can probably imagine. On the first Saturday of every month, he goes to the local prison and talks to Joe Chill, his dad's killer. Well, except for that. But he goes and visits his friends daily, but it usually goes about like this. He shows up to the Iceberg Lounge and Oz never comes out to see him. The guards always beat Bruce up and kick him out, although Bruce just takes it in an attempt to see his old friend. He also stops by to see Eddie. He shouts riddles at the door trying to get his friend to solve them, but no one answers. And although he had been feeding Croc for a while, the last couple times he's come, there's been no sight of his old friend, only noises in the distance. For the longest time, Bruce holds out that the artifact him and Wonder Woman retrieved could save Waylon Jones, and finally we see Bruce check all over for Harvey Dent, who is seemingly missing. I would argue that this is one of the most emotionally driven Bruce Waynes we've ever seen in the multiverse. We've never seen a Bruce that craved the love and brotherhood from his best friends like this. And the sad thing is, we might not ever see it out of this Bruce again. In the end of this issue, Batman makes a decision that will change this series forever. I think the tragic thing here is going to be that he never turns back on this. And we're about to break into major spoilers, so I'm not going to draw this out any longer. A few specific plot lines lead us to Bruce's big decision and that ego destruction we talked about. Batman's fight with Ivy, Bruce's conversation with Jim Gordon, and the monsters Batman is up against along with the people on his side. We may have a hint at who the Robins will be in this universe, so stick around for that. The fight with Ivy gets very extreme. She is a very manipulative force as she can easily take over and transition into anything. But I thought the most appealing thing to this whole fight was that she wanted Batman to join her to take down Joker and Arkham. She recalls seeing him in there and being inspired that she could one day break out of Arkham after she saw him do it. She tells Batman over and over that he needs to evolve and become what the city needs him to be, and he makes the decision to do that. They just see it in different ways. She wants to make him plant Batman, and he's not really down for that. He discovers the only part of Pamela Isley that still lives in this monster is the heart, so he uses a weapon he stole from the police to make her heart explode and kills what's left of Isley, meaning he inspired and probably full-sended her into Poison Ivy, another villain to add to his already guilty conscience. Although he said he's evolving, so perhaps these things won't weigh on him really. He tells Officer Barbara Gordon she needs to evolve as well, and even leaves his mask with her. So yeah, she's gonna be Batgirl confirmed. But confirmed by me, so it doesn't really mean anything. After this, we see Oz, Eddie, and Waylon all waiting for Bruce to show up, but this time he isn't there. I think the most intriguing thing here is that Waylon looked more human than Croc. Potentially it was working, but we can see that Waylon is probably going to now feel like Bruce has abandoned him, and I wonder if he'll go back to being Croc somehow. To add on top of this, Martha had left him a voicemail before she left to rejoin the Court of Owls, and he deletes it without listening to it, seemingly killing what's left of Bruce Wayne at this point. Someone on my TikTok commented that Main Earth Bruce Wayne would kick his butt for deleting that voicemail, and I just thought that was funny. Now I'm wondering if when he finds out that the court killed Martha, if it'll snap Bruce back just a little, but let's talk about his conversation with Jim Gordon. Jimbo tells him that they should talk, and Bruce quickly shuts it down, saying he doesn't want to talk about Jim and his mother. And while this is an awkward situation, Jim says they're both adults and it's not about that. Jim knows. He put together that Bruce is Batman. When Bruce asks how, Jim tells him 6'9", 400 pounds isn't everywhere. And I'm personally glad that someone connected it like this, because that's absolutely absurd. But he also pulled Bruce out of a pile of bats at the zoo when his father was killed, so it wasn't hard for him to put it together. Bruce asks if his mother knows and Jim says that she doesn't, and it seems like she doesn't want to believe it. But I would say it's probable that she at least had a hunch. But then they talk about Batman. Bruce asks if he's going to tell him to stop, and Gordon asks if that's what he wants him to do. Bruce responds, "Right now, I don't know. He's just getting so big, Mr. Gordon. I wanted Batman to affect this city. The things I'm up against, too. It feels like to win, I have to become something tougher, meaner, something darker?" Gordon asks. Bruce agrees. Then Bruce asks for advice, which Jim Gordon is pretty much like, "Heck no, kid. You're in a league of your own. I'm just in love with your mom. But you're a good kid. You'll make the right choices, I'm sure of it." And he just kind of walks off. Now we know Batman is up against Joker and his crazy army of villains, we know the Court is lurking, but we now know the power of one of the Arkham villains. Ivy was really strong in this issue and would have had Batman beat without the help of Barbara Gordon. I can't even begin to imagine the power levels of Scarecrow, Hugo Strange, Clayface, Mad Hatter, and Deathstroke, along with Monster Joker. And I think Batman knows it only gets worse from here, so he is taking the measures he needs by getting rid of Bruce Wayne's emotional ties. But this is the Batman we've always been afraid of, so I can't wait to see if he goes deeper into this or if he's saved somewhere along the way. Now before we end this video, we have to talk about the people who are getting behind Batman and what you may call Team Batman as of now. I wouldn't say they're a Bat family yet. While Alfred is finishing up helping Bruce with the Ivy situation, whatever agency he works for pulls him away from the Jack Grimm case and that he's been working on for 5 years. His shock is interrupted by his new target assignment, Batman. We aren't really told where his allegiances lie because he is interrupted again. Harley Quinn and her Red Hood gang roll up and say they want in with the Batman. I theorize that they might be some of the first Robins, and this next statement has no evidence, but I think it would be really cool if Jason Todd was among these Red Hoods. We also see Dick Grayson say he is about to do something about Batman, as well as he seems to be on the opposite side. And on top of all these things, we are dealing with the Court of Owls. Here is my video where I discuss that, so make sure to subscribe, then click on this video, and boom, you'll be caught up on Absolute Batman through March. Look at ya. Go watch the video.